Spoken label.
Hi guys, I'm the end. Spoken label. Back in the house. I'm Zoom again today. Zoom. I've got a really long Zoom journey today as well. Haven't I, Amanda?
Yeah, I'm in the next room.
yeah. And who is Amanda, of course?
Your partner.
Yeah. Now, people are wondering why Amanda is here today. Obviously, I've interviewed Amanda more times than anybody else has in this poetic and literary world, haven't I, Amanda?
Yeah.
But we're here for a reason today, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm launching another podcast.
Yeah. I've actually tried to copy me because she knows I just do spoken label calls. I help Amanda out reading in bed. And I'm also, Comics Unity's on hold at the moment until after the virus. And I do a wrestling podcast and we do our clean show, don't we? So
Yeah.
Amanda's, that's not enough. Reading in bed extracts and show we clean isn't enough for you, Amanda, is it?
No, I just keep coming up with random ideas and saying, oh, maybe I should do this. And then you say, yeah, do it. So then I do. And then I think, oh, when am I actually going to sleep?
No. What's that word, Amanda? Sleep.
I don't know. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
It's very random. It's very random. Anyway, I think it's overrated, personally, sleep, isn't it? That's why now. But seriously, what is the new project?
So it's a chapter a week of my book, Ghost of Me, which was nominated for the Author Elite Awards, and it was on the shortlist for the thriller category. It didn't win, but just to get on the shortlist is an achievement.
Yeah, and then it's sort of war thing. Now, people are wondering, people obviously that may have not heard you before, and I don't think there's many, but obviously, like I said, what is Ghost of Me?
So it's about a woman who finds herself in the morgue next to a dead body and realises she's dead. So obviously she's a ghost, and she uses her knowledge of watching crime shows like CSI to try and solve her own murder.
Brilliant. Now, okay. Now, what's it? Obviously, people may be wondering then, because they're very, very astute people may have noticed. Ghost of Me is actually out on Audible already, isn't it, Amanda? And it was read by a Canadian lady called Valerie, and I forgot to say that. I'm sorry.
Valerie Moss.
Sorry, Valerie. I knew it was Valerie, and I couldn't remember what her surname was. No, it's excellent. She did a fantastic job on it. And what's made you, Amanda, want to actually do this by yourself then?
I think it's just reaching more people, because I found when I was doing reading in bed extracts, then I was reaching different people, and I just thought, well, even if I'm just getting 10 or 20 people a week listening to it, it's people that I wouldn't have reached otherwise. So it's not necessarily going to be the same people that would discover it on Audible.
No, I agree, but I think it's a good idea what you're doing anyway, because anyone that knows me and Amanda would know I've been reading, well, semi-professional, well, into professional for 15 years now, would you believe? And you've been doing this, what, for about 4 or 5 years, Amanda knows it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been a few years doing this now. And I think you would say yourself, doing your reading in bed extracts sub-series in the reading in bed page, that's proved a big influence here in this case, hasn't it?
Yeah, because I think at the peak of lockdown, I was getting some of the episodes where I was getting 50 people, which doesn't sound like much, but I'm quite happy with that. It's quieted down a little bit now because I think like there was restrictions and there's like getting released and stuff. And the big part of it was people from America, so I don't know what the rules are over there. But as people can go out more, they don't listen to podcasts as much.
Yeah, who knows? But anyway, what's made you, Amanda, then want to do this podcast as a weekly chapter a week then?
I did something similar when I had After the Zombies, but I did it on SoundCloud, which I don't think is very good unless you're going to pay for it and spend lots of money promoting it and things like that.
Yeah.
But with Anchor, I think it's just quite easy to share it and get views and people discover it one way or another. Yeah,
no, I agree. I agree with you. So, no, watch your space, guys. It's a good. I've been helping Amanda out with the IT side of this, and it's been a pleasure. Basically, assisting Amanda, so. And it
serves you reading the book as well, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, completely. I've got 4 versions of the book though. No, but seriously, it's probably my favourite book of Amanda's, to be told you. And it's been a pleasure helping her out with this. So, when does it start, Amanda? Just so people know.
It starts on Monday, the 1st of February.
Yeah, it's on Anchor, and links will follow on Amanda's page and my feeds as well. Now, and obviously, it's going to be on all the networks as usual, Amanda, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to do some messing around with it about that, but it will be coming up on all the usual networks, so bear this in mind. But yeah, so there's going to be a little extract coming after this now to give you a little teaser. So watch your space. And that's it today, Amanda, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys and girls, it's Sandy N. Signing out. Stay safe, guys, and say over. Say bye, Amanda.
Bye.
He lurked in the shadows, waiting and hoping she wouldn't take a different route. This was her usual route. He knew that. He knew her. Obscured by the two looming buildings he stood between, he pleaded with whatever higher power there was for tonight to be no different. Maybe she would get a call from a friend and decide to go in a different direction. Her shift finished 5 minutes earlier. The lurker mentally traced her steps at this point. 2 minutes at her pace, unless she worked overtime or someone gave her a lift. They rarely did, though. He took a deep breath. Don't mess this up, he thought, unsure whether the words were to himself or to her. By changing her plans and deciding not to walk in his direction, despite spending the last 2 weeks passing the spot he now waited at. It would be just like her to mess up his planning, just like all of them. Then came the clicking of her heels and the smell of perfume, confirming it was her, the scent of apple which prompted him to lick his lips. Or perhaps it was the anticipation of what he was about to do.